All right, it is time to go racing from Knockhill Race Circuit, and up front will be Maximilian Gunther and Julian Ricard. Second row will be Giancarlo and Adam Barker. Nick Sorensen and Simon Zierk are on the third row. McMullet McCready and Mike Marshall are on the fourth row, and the top 10 is rounded out by Ronnie Wimberly and Janet Gunther. Matt Bear 11th, Joel Wraith is 12th. 13th is Kevin Langieri, and Dylan Steinbach is 14th. Mike Dulling rounds out the field in 15th. Everybody getting lined up and gridded now. Few new paint schemes in the field today. We'll be taking a look at them throughout the race. Obviously, McCready still running the same paint scheme. Mike Marshall running the Conlive Solutions paint scheme. He's got a new one for that car this season. Ronnie is in a Heineken Ferrari today. And the Gunthers obviously running their matching paint schemes as always. Adam Barker, of course, has Hello Kitty on the car. And with the newcomers in the field, a few new paint schemes as well. Kevin Langieri in the lone Audi in the field. Graham, it does make for some interesting racing for sure. All right, rolling around for the pace lap. The pace car will pull off out of the final turn. .26 miles, 9 turns. It is a tricky track for a GT3 car, and that is going to make things really exciting, especially for this first lap. Joel Wraith and Matt Bear appear to be starting from pit road. Everybody lining up as they come through that final turn. Remember, that first few laps on cold tires, that final turn is going to get very, very interesting. Maximilian gets through the turn. Looks like Julian went a little wide. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away. Although Julian's wide turn, he's got some momentum coming back up. But here comes last season's champion, Giancarlo. Oh! Maximilian went around, just lost the back end. Back down, we'll take another look at Maximilian's incident here in a moment, but Giancarlo to the lead for the first time this season. He led over 200 laps last season, and here he is going to lead the first one. Julian Ricard in second, and here comes Adam Barker, who avoided the chaos in front of him, up to third now. And a little bit of a slide out of the BMW, not much. Now, let's go take another look at what happened to Maximilian. I don't believe anybody, yeah, he just hit that curb. That was the one problem with the Porsche here, is it just doesn't take the curbs as well as the BMW or the Lambo. Mike Marshall up to fourth now. Janet Gunther in fifth. Dylan Steinbach up to sixth. Ronnie Wimberly seventh. Newcomer Kevin Langieri up to eighth now. Mike Dulling in ninth. And whoa! Looks like Ronnie just went off the track. The rumble strips were, everybody said the same thing. Those were going to be a deciding factor today. Just got a little too much of the right sides on that strip. Manages to hold on to it. Matt Baer now up to 10th, Joel Wraith in 11th. Both of those drivers starting from pit road. Eric McCready in 12th, 13th is Nick Sorensen. Maximilian is now back in 14th, trying to run him down, and Simon Zierk all the way back in 15th. Adam Barker, and I know several other drivers mentioned this pre-race, but Adam Barker did say in his interview he is going to not be aggressive, just play it safe early and try and capitalize on other people's mistakes, just trying to shake off the bad luck. Mike Doling back there in 4th, now starting to close in just a little bit as well. The BMWs were said to be the fastest car around here just because they can go over those rumble strips as hard as you want to send them and still not unsettle the car very much. Whereas the Porsche really struggles with it, and obviously the Ferrari has a few issues with them as well. It looks like Simon Zierk had an off track in the first lap. Several guys checking up, and oh, there he really got the rumble strip that time. Back up front, Giancarlo is in the lead, a 1 second lead already. He's done 4 laps. He's gaining a quarter second a lap right now. But Julien Ricard is staying right there, and Adam Barker staying in his tow as well. Although a lot of the drivers talked about the fact that there's only one place on the track to really get a tow. That's down the front straightaway, and it wasn't making a huge difference here. Mike Marshall back in 4th, now to the bumper of Adam Barker. He just ran the fastest lap of the race. All over the back bumper of Adam Barker now. Will he be able to set up the pass into turn 1? It looks like Barker pulled away just a little bit out of the final turn. Down in turn 1, Barker still has it. But Mike Marshall just all over the back bumper. Dylan Steinbach in a new paint scheme today as well, with Lego on the car. Janet Gunther now up into 6th. Maximilian Gunther has regained a couple positions as he starts marching back toward the front. He is now up to 12th, or 13th, excuse me. Newcomer Joel Wraith during practice was extremely quick in the Lambo. We'll see if he can make up some ground here as well. He was in the top 5 throughout practice and qualifying, so we'll see how much he can make up. Matt Baer right in front of McCready, and Ronnie Wimberly just ahead of them. Giancarlo's lead now 1 1/4 seconds, almost 1.5 seconds. Adam Barker just went off track. Let's see what happened there. Coming down into the final turn. Oh, no, this is not the final turn. He was coming up the hill, just gets a little bit of the sand, manages to hold position though. And Nick Sorensen has crashed. Oh, it looks like Janik might have... Nope, that was, I believe that was Maximilian. Looks like they just... Maximilian can drive that Porsche so deep into the corner. But again, the rumble strips do come into play a lot more for the Porsche. And let's take a lap here with Mike Marshall as he follows Adam Barker around down through the first turn into the second. Barker getting a lot more of that curbing. Back on the throttle, coming down the back portion of the track. And then back And we've got a car off in front of him. He manages to go right, and the back, what you would have called the back straightaway here, down into the final corner. And this is where a lot of drivers were struggling in practice, but everybody seems to be navigating it okay during the race. Back up the hill toward the start-finish line. Barker pulling away just a little bit. Adam Barker now up to second. That moves Mike Marshall to third, and Julian Ricard, after that incident, back to fourth. Dylan Steinbach, though, started in 14th and is now up to fifth. He is the biggest mover so far. Maximilian Gunther up to 12th after that lap 1 incident. And Giancarlo continue. Oh, Ronnie Wimberly has gone off track. Got a little too much and just goes a little wide there. Manages to get back on track, but looks like Matt Bear was there. He had to stay wide. And Julian Ricard went off track again. Looks like that hard right-hander at the bottom of the hill is really taking its toll on some of the drivers. Julian managing to hold on to it through the sand trap, back out onto the track. And Maximilian went off track as well. Seeing a lot of off tracks this morning, but a new track. Oh! Joel Wraith loses it, and Maximilian is right there. Gets collected in that. Looks like he has significant damage to the front of that Porsche. Expect to see Maximilian on pit road. Joel Wraith is on pit road. Maximilian missing his entire hood now. Doesn't look like it's affecting his speed too terribly bad. Let's watch his lap this time and see. He's got Nick Sorensen right in front of him again. Not a track that is very aero dependent. There are only a couple spots on the track where aerodynamics is going to play a huge issue. If he is in another car's draft, it might be okay. He's going to stay out again. And his lap time was still a 46.93. It was actually one of the fastest laps last time by. Something tells me Maximilian is driving in frustration right now. Had an extremely fast car in practice, extremely fast in qualifying, and now having issues early on. Giancarlo still in the lead now, 2.4 seconds. Adam Barker in second. Mike Marshall losing a little bit of ground to Barker now. Julian back in fourth place is now 6 seconds back from third. And at 46, 47 seconds a lap, as we mentioned in the pre-race, there's going to be quite a few laps turned here today. Some of the drivers were estimating as much as 75 or more laps will be completed by the leader. Now, Giancarlo won 7 races last season. Will he be that dominant here again? One of the few drivers that stuck with a single car all season long. And Mike Marshall is caught back up to the back bumper of Adam Barker. Looks like Adam is fastest through about the first third of the track. They're equal through the second third, and then Marshall really gains on him up until that final turn. But there it is again, Adam Barker, as they go down the hill, Adam just starts pulling away. Joel Wraith has gone to pit road for repairs after that incident with Maximilian Gunther. He is still sitting on pit road. We'll see. He might be done. It does look like he is done for the day. The lone Audi in the field back in 14th. That is Kevin Langieri. Simon Zierk, a bit of a surprise to see him back in 13th when he is usually up in the top 5. And there's Ronnie Wimberly off track again as Simon comes by. Nick Sorensen battling as Maximilian Gunther has made his way now up and back into the top 10. Obviously missing his entire front bumper, or his entire hood I should say, is not having a huge effect on that car right now. Oh, Sorensen almost gets into the back bumper. And wow, I watched Maximilian through practice, and he was not using that much of the curbing during his practice laps. It did mention a couple of early incidents. He's probably driving a bit frustrated, maybe a little bit angry right now, and it is really starting to show. Sorensen looked like he was going to try and make a move to the inside, just no momentum. Let's take a lap around with Maximilian. He is one to watch all season long, as he was the last half of the last season, he was there in the top 5 the whole season, or the whole second half of the season. He's going to be, a little off track there. He is definitely going to be one to watch this season. He has both consistency and a lot of speed. Down into that final turn. And multiple different grooves through that final turn that we've seen used here today. A lot of guys going right down, clipping the apex, trying to get some momentum, but it seems to be almost car specific which line you take. The BMW and the Lamborghini through that final turn, they seem to take it really close in. Watch Giancarlo. He is right there on the rumble strips. Adam Barker and Mike Marshall just a little bit off of him. The Ferrari a little bit wider. And then Janet Gunther, I'm surprised he took that as close as McCready and Doling go at it. McCready to the inside, Mike Doling on the outside down the front straightaway. It may come down to who breaks first here. And, McCready goes wide. Mike Doling is right there looking for the opening, but the track is not very wide. It doesn't give him a lot of opportunity to pass. McCready now in 7th place. Mike Doling up to 8th after starting in 15th. He is making his way forward. Still, the biggest mover is the 777 of Dylan Steinbach, who started in 14th, currently running in 5th. Actually, looking through the lap times, the fastest lap of the race so far has been run by Mike Marshall. Mike ran a 46:59. The next closest was Maximilian Gunther, who ran a 46:71. Just over 15 minutes into this race, and Giancarlo's lead is just over 2 seconds. But it looks like Adam Barker has found some speed. A lot of these guys talked about a little bit of a sweet spot where you have enough heat in the tires to have the grip, but enough fuel burned off to make it faster. Once they get low on fuel, the back ends will be sliding around a lot more, especially in that final turn. Mike Marshall, Adam Barker still going at it. McCready's managed to pull away from Mike Dolling and is now running down Janet Gunther. McCready sets up on the wide side, cuts back in through the final turn. Can he get the run down the front straightaway? It looks like he's got it. Eric McCready has one heck of a run going here today. Oh, can't get to the inside in turn one. The Porsche is so much more nimble. And a little bit wide, gets a little dirt on the tires. And you can see from the dirt, a lot of guys are running wide here, pushing for everything they can. Mike Dolling has managed to catch back up as well. Janet Gunther has his hands full now. He's got the two BMWs as McCready looks to the outside and Dolling looks down to the inside. Now McCready has the run off the final turn, down the front straightaway. He's got the momentum. Dolling tried to look down to the bottom inside of McCready, but it wasn't enough, and now Dolling looking to the high side on Gunther. Meanwhile, McCready, while these two are battling, starting to pull away. McCready still 3 1/4 seconds behind Dylan Steinbach, but he is gaining quickly. Mike Dolling was flying through there. He's backed off a little bit on Ronnie Wimberly. Has crashed. Ronnie definitely struggling here at this track this morning. Oh, wow. Gets a lot of the apron and ends up backwards on the straightaway. Giancarlo's lead hanging right around 2 seconds over Adam Barker. Mike Marshall in third, Julian Ricard in fourth, Dylan Steinbach in fifth. Eric McCready currently sixth, Mike Dolling is seventh. Matt Bear up to eighth. Maximilian Gunther is still working his way forward. He's in ninth and 1 second behind, or just over a second behind Matt Bear and gaining. Nick Sorensen currently in 10th. Simon Zierk has made his way up to 11th now. Kevin Langieri in 12th. Janet Gunther, not sure what happened. Let's see if we can find out, because Janet was up there battling. Let's see, it looked like several cars passed Janik over the course of a lap. Oh, Janik loses it down on the front, or on the back straightaway. But given the comeback Maximilian is making right now, don't be surprised to see Janik fighting his way back up. Speaking of Maximilian, he's currently in 9th place, and he has caught back up to Matt Bear and Mike Dolling. McCready not that far ahead, just over 3 seconds ahead. The way Maximilian is going right now, it is going to be hard for any of these drivers to hold him off. Down the front straightaway, and Maximilian really has recovered. Oh, Oh, Matt Bear loses it right in front of Maximilian. Maximilian saves it. Looked like Matt Bear might have just caught a little bit of the apron. Let's see what happened. Looks like he might have caught a little too much. That was hard to tell. I think he might have just got on the brakes too hard. I'm not sure what happened. Didn't look like he clipped too much of the apron. Oh, yeah, he just barely catches the orange curbing there in turn 1, and it's just enough to send him around. Matt Bear was having a great run here today. Still only lost a couple of spots. Back to 11th place. Still a lot of time left to pick that back up. Meanwhile, Maximilian catches a break there, gets 8th place, and is now trying to run down Mike Dolling. McCready, meanwhile, has caught up to the back bumper of Dylan Steinbach. McCready, another one, having an amazing run here today. Little incident earlier on. Yeah, he lost his hood, and it did not slow him down at all. See if I've got the right replay saved here. I'll show you what happened to Maximilian's hood again. Yep, there, he still has the hood there. No, this was turn 1, lap 1. Was his first incident. And I think this is where he lost his hood. Yep, right there. Joe Wraith just loses it right in front of him. He loses the hood and then ran the fastest lap of the race 2 laps after losing his hood. Maximilian was the fastest in practice, one of the fastest in qualifying. Started on the pole and went all the way back to 15th and now back up to 8th place and closing in on the cars ahead. Yep, look at the McMullet go. The mullet apparently does add 7 horsepower, so I thought about growing one myself, and then I realized I don't have any hair, so yeah, it was kind of a moot point. McCready is now caught up to Stein. Oh, they touch! McCready goes around. McCready had marched his way forward and now just lost several spots there. He went from battling for 5th place back to 9th. How much can he make up? And meanwhile, Maximilian Gunther, Nick Sorensen's trying to take the spot back from Gunther here. Can't get to the inside though. And now Maximilian is right on the back bumper of Mike Dolling. Adam Barker has pulled away from Mike Marshall a little bit in second, but that gap has been roughly 1 second for the last several laps. And Giancarlo has opened a gap of 2.5 seconds at this point, but has not gained any time on anybody. Matt Bear went off track again. Let's see. There's Matt Bear going into the wall. Let's see where that started. Let's back this one up. I don't think this is the same one we saw before. No, this is just a moment ago. Got a little too much of the curbing that time through turn 1 as well. Didn't expect to see many guys struggling through turn one. Bit surprised that we've seen as many get too much of that curb and go off in turn one. There's several other spots on the track we really expected to see some of that. Giancarlo about to be in lap traffic. Matt Baer is on pit road. Janet Gunther is just ahead of the leader. Yeah, David, I apparently did curse him. There has been some epic racing today, and I hate to jinx it, but Adam Barker has missed everything thus far. He did end the pre-race that he thinks he's gotten rid of the bad luck and looking forward to a great season. Maximilian has the run on Mike Dolling. Can he get him through the final turn here? Man, he has got a lot of rear brake in that car. Those rear brake rotors really glowing, and Maximilian is pulling away. Dylan Steinbach in fifth will be the next car Maximilian catches. He's currently 28 seconds behind, basically half a lap behind Giancarlo. If Giancarlo, though, makes any mistake here, and a lot of guys didn't get a lot of practice at this track, any mistakes could be fatal as fast as Maximilian is going. Maximilian has already caught back up to the back bumper of Dylan Steinbach. Janet Gunther and Mike Dolling have both had incidents in the last lap. Mike Dolling, when he came through the final corner, just goes a bit wide. And let's see what happened to Janet. And a lot of cars going wide right through there. Managed to stay to the outside, lets the lead cars get by. Mike Dolling has crashed. Nick Sorensen has crashed. They are off in the final turn. Nick Sorensen looking to the inside on Mike Dolling. Oh, looks like Mike got on the brakes a little earlier than Sorensen expected. Fortunately, did not collect anybody else, and they get rolling again. Maximilian Gunther definitely capitalized on that. He's now up to fifth, trying to run down newcomer Julian Ricart, who's in fourth, 16 seconds ahead. Meanwhile, just past halfway, and we should start seeing some pit stops before too much longer. Matt Baer did stop, came back out just a few moments ago, and Eric McCready is the first driver to hit pit road. Giancarlo, as we know, probably going to stretch his fuel mileage as far as he can. But the key complaint these guys have had today is once that back end gets light, it's really hard on some of these corners, especially that final turn. I'm sorry, David. I won't do it anymore. Giancarlo's lead now 3.5 seconds as they begin navigating lap traffic. We'll see if, wow, Adam is really sending it. He did talk about it. All the BMW drivers talked about it this morning. These guys can really hit those curbs and the rumble strips extremely hard. It is very difficult to upset the BMW here. Whereas we've seen throughout the race, the Porsche gets a little too much. It's going to go around. The Ferrari can take a little bit more, but not a ton. Mike Marshall in third, Julian Ricart in fourth, Maximilian Gunther in fifth. And you have to wonder when Maximilian comes down. I expect to see that car fully repaired when he comes back out. As fast as he's been without a hood, you have to wonder how much faster and how much more ground can he pick up. Ronnie Wimberly has come to pit road. Hey, good morning, Becky. How are you? Giancarlo's lead starting to shrink again. Adam Barker and Mike Marshall have been within about a second of each other since they took second and third place. About 5 minutes into newcomer Kevin Langieri was stopped on track. Saw a little bit of the dirt. He got a little too much. McCready just barely avoids that. Actually, I think McCready might have gotten a piece of it. And he's had some trouble getting the car going. Something is way wrong. And, Janet Gunther comes by. Fortunately, Kevin pulls off track. Something was really badly broken with that car. It was crab walking down the track. Hey, Becky, when you guys are done, you can come clean my house too. Thank you. Let's see if we can get a look at McCready's car real quick. And it does not, he's got some damage on the hood. On the nose there, on the right front, or left front, excuse me, but not terribly bad. And obviously, as Maximilian Gunther has shown us, aero's not a huge thing here. 1 1/4 mile track. Not a lot of room to get these cars up to speed. In fact, let's take a look and watch some of the speeds Gunther is running. Then we'll compare it to a car that is fully working. As he comes down to turn 1, we see a top speed of 136 miles an hour. Let's see what he gets on that back straightaway. Little wiggle through that section of track, but he starts coming back up to speed. And then back down into the back straightaway portion of the track. I don't think we'll see him get over 136. No, 131 is the highest speed he gets. Let's see what kind of speeds Giancarlo is getting conversely. 134 down the back straightaway, so Giancarlo obviously getting a little more speed through the back section of the track. Back down the front straightaway, starts back down the hill. About 138, so only a couple miles an hour difference, and those straightaways not very long. Yeah, he really did, David. That got a little bit close. Well, Becky, when you get that first win and the first time you beat Scott, let us know. We will definitely celebrate that. All right, Giancarlo gives up the lead. He is on pit road. Adam Barker is on pit road. Mike Marshall stays out. So green flag pit stops for the lead lap cars are underway. Julian Ricard stays out. Really interested to see when Maximilian pits and how much ground he makes up once he has... that car is getting way low on fuel. He was drifting it out of the final turn. Now Maximilian's on pit road. Dylan Steinbach in the Ferrari stays out. Sorensen is staying out. Mike Dolling and Eric McCready at it again. McCready has been to pit road. No, I stand corrected. McCready has not made his pit stop. Thought he did, but Mike Marshall has the lead. Giancarlo comes off of pit road, currently scored in third. Adam Barker currently scored in fourth. Dylan Steinbach is on pit road. Nick Sorensen is on pit road. And Mike Marshall is now on pit road. We did see at some of the shorter tracks, these guys are able to run a little bit longer on their fuel load. I think we saw one race last season where Maximilian made it to about, or not Maximilian, where Giancarlo made it to about 15 minutes left to go before he went into pit road. Matt Bear has gone off track, and I believe he is towed to the pits. Oh, just pushing a little too hard. Look, and gets into that inside wall. As pit stops are completing, it's currently Giancarlo in the lead. Mike Marshall is now in second. Took that spot on pit road, and Adam Barker in third. Julian Ricart now in fourth. Maximilian Gunther with a new hood is up to fifth, and we're going to be watching that closely. 21 minutes left to go, and ironically, he is 21 seconds behind Julian Ricart. Dylan Steinbach in sixth, Simon Zierk in seventh, Nick Sorensen is eighth, McMullet is in ninth, and Mike Dolling in 10th. Janet Gunther has made his way back up to 11th. Joel Wraith is out of the race. Ronnie is back in 13th. Kevin Langieri is on pit road. Matt Bear appears to be out of the race. And Giancarlo is about to lap the 9th place car of Eric McCready. 20 minutes left in the race. Giancarlo is starting to put people laps down. Oh, and Eric goes a little bit wide. Giancarlo really closes up to the back bumper. Eric moves out of the way, and it causes Eric some problems. Here comes Dolling. Dolling takes advantage. He drops to the inside. Now he's going to slip to the inside of Giancarlo. And that got really close through that section of track. Eric McCready is not done with him yet, though. Oh! He gets into Giancarlo! Giancarlo gets sent way off track. And I do believe McCready pulled off the track immediately, went to pit road. After having one heck of a good race, it looks like McCready has towed to pit road. Let's take another look at that. That could have been a race-defining moment. And yeah, it looks like the Lambo just had to get... Oh, and Giancarlo backed into the outside wall extremely hard. Kept rolling, though. Wow. So Giancarlo drops back to third. Now Mike Marshall in second. And Adam Barker is, or Mike Marshall in the lead. Adam Barker in second. Giancarlo now third. Maximilian Gunther really not affected by that, and it actually seems like Max has slowed down just a little bit. He has not actually gained any time on Julian Ricard. So Mike Marshall is only the second leader of the race. Maximilian Gunther started on the pole, but during that lap 1 incident, he went off track and gave the lead to Giancarlo. Giancarlo has led every lap until pit stops. But outside of pit stops, this is the first time anyone other than Giancarlo has led the race. Mike Marshall's lead currently 1.6 seconds over Adam Barker. Giancarlo in third is 4.2 seconds out of the lead. Hey, Joseph. Well, Joseph, they have been racing in the dirt quite a bit. It is a tight track, and a lot of guys have gone off. Julian Ricard in fourth, Maximilian Gunther back in fifth, and you can see Maximilian is still sending it. Just doesn't seem to, I really am beginning to question if having that hood off the car actually made him faster. Because of the way the Porsche is laid out, being rear-engined, you'd think the extra weight on the nose would be beneficial, and having the hood there would help. But since he's gotten the hood back, he has just not been. It doesn't appear to be as fast, and his lap times are really not as fast as what. As soon as I said that, he just ran the fastest lap last time by. Adam Barker had the second fastest lap last time by. Maximilian had a 46.94. Adam Barker a 46.99. And Adam Barker has closed the gap on Mike Marshall. It is now down to 1 second. With the amount of time left here, this race is far from over. Yeah, it is more weight to the car, but because the Porsche's rear engine, you'd think it would actually help the balance of the car having the hood on there, but it looks like Maximilian is starting to lay down some faster laps again. Nobody changed tires on their stop. It was a fuel-only stop. McCready apparently has retired from the race after the incident with Giancarlo. And look at who... Let's take a look at what happened a lap ago for the first time this race and season. Mike goes a little bit wide through that section. Adam Barker comes flying down through there. And into the back straightaway, Adam Barker takes the lead for the first time in the race and the season. Mike Marshall now in second, Giancarlo in third. Giancarlo is still over 4 seconds back from the lead. 14 minutes left to go. Julian Ricard not far behind either. He is 3 seconds behind Giancarlo. And Maximilian has only made up 1 second on Julian Ricard. The gap now just 20 seconds between them. Meanwhile, we've got a battle of Ferraris as Dylan Steinbach and Nick Sorensen battle for 6th. Sorensen really sending it through there. And we mentioned early in the race, Simon Zierk was back around 13th place. As Sorensen goes for pass, can't quite get there yet. Simon Zierk was back around 13th, 14th place. So unusual to see him that far back. But he has made his way back up into 8th. And if they make any mistake in front of him, he'll be able to capitalize. As look at how close Nick Sorensen is getting to the back bumper of Dylan Steinbach. Simon Zierk, probably one of the more patient drivers out here, is definitely just sitting back there watching and waiting. Sorensen couldn't get it set up that time. Adam Barker's lead hanging around a half second. Mike Marshall still battling, and Giancarlo is closed down to 2.5 seconds behind this battle. Julien Ricard has also closed in on Giancarlo. Adam Barker, as noted earlier in the race, him and Mike Marshall have been going at this almost since the first lap. Adam Barker has definitely been faster through the first half of the track than Mike Marshall, faster through the second half, but once Adam Barker comes out of that final turn, he starts pulling away. Can he hold Mike Marshall off? More important, and just as importantly, rather, can they hold Giancarlo off? And can Julien Ricard close in and become a part of this battle? He's now only 2.2 seconds back from Giancarlo. Oh, Giancarlo is off track! Giancarlo just loses the back end coming down the hill. What a strange turn of events today has seen from a dominant season last season and an awesome recovery from the incident with Eric McCready to now just losing the back end. He drifts back into 4th. Julien Ricard, the newcomer, now up to 3rd. And look who is now within striking distance of Giancarlo. Maximilian Gunther. This is a battle I feel like we are going to see play out all season long. Giancarlo is on pit road for repairs. Adam Barker has a 1.3 second lead over Mike Marshall. Julien Ricard in 3rd. Now, now 4.5 seconds back in 3rd. Maximilian Gunther, 20 seconds back in 4th. And Giancarlo is now 9.6 seconds behind, although the car is repaired and he is back out there. Dylan Steinbach in 6th, 7 seconds back with Nick Sorensen and Simon Zierk still right there on their back bumper. Mike Dolling in 9th and Janet Gunther back up in 10th. And with 10 minutes left to go, what we thought was going to be Giancarlo battling and making it a 4-car battle up here, everything changed in the last 15 minutes. But now Adam Barker will have to contend with some lap traffic ahead. That battle with Simon Zierk, Nick Sorensen, and Dylan Steinbach happening just in front of Adam Barker. Any mistakes with the lap traffic could be huge. Adam Barker has to be extremely careful. Mike Marshall has closed the gap on Adam Barker just a little bit. It's down to about a second. Julian Ricard now 4.7 seconds back. It looks like he is losing time to the two leaders, but when they get into lap traffic here shortly, that could change. Maximilian gaining no time, and he is now 22.5 seconds back in fourth. But what a recovery he has had today. Two early incidents had put him way back. He has fought his way back up, despite it all, to fourth. Giancarlo, two incidents today. One obviously not his doing, and then that spin going down the hill. I'm trying to remember if we saw Giancarlo make any mistakes like that last season. I don't recall any massive mistakes out of Giancarlo last season, but here we are, first race in. New track for everybody, and a rare error out of Giancarlo puts him back in 5th place. You have to wonder if maybe Adam Barker took whatever was in his car that gave him bad luck and threw it in Giancarlo's on the way by. Or snuck it on while they were in the garage area. Who knows? Now the leaders have caught up to this battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Nick Sorensen currently in 6th. Dylan Steinbach in 7th. Simon Zierk in 8th. A little bit of space between them now. Gives Adam Barker a little breathing room here. Mike Marshall is really pushing it, going wide on several of the corners. And now Adam Barker is in lap traffic. He's got Simon Zierk right there in front of him. How he gets through this lap traffic could be the deciding factor, especially with just 6 minutes left to go. And with Mike Marshall right there with him, Kevin Langhieri coming back off pit road after getting the Audi repaired. It looks like Adam Barker intentionally backed off just a little bit as he saw Mike Marshall lose a little bit of time on that last lap. He has a little bit of a gap behind him, doesn't have to fight through the lap traffic yet. Maximilian Gunther, still, what a comeback. He is up into 4th now. 22 seconds back, but still an amazing comeback considering how the first part of that race went. Giancarlo in 5th, the rare time we see him out of the lead. Nick Sorensen in 6th is really pushing it. He was pulled away from Dylan Steinbach by over 2 seconds, and now Dylan Steinbach in 7th and Simon Zierk in 8th. Still battling it out. Steinbach goes wide through there, and the leader is right behind him. Mike Dolling currently in 9th, Janet Gunther in 10th. Ronnie Wimberly and Kevin Langhieri both back on pit road. Less than 5 minutes. We probably will not see them back on track tonight. Adam Barker has the lead, has lap traffic ahead, has Mike Marshall just over a second behind. Four minutes left. We'll take a lap around in Mike Marshall's car. You can see as he comes out of that final turn, closes right back up to the back bumper on Adam Barker. But Adam gets such a good run off that final corner. Part of the reason why he gets such a good gap going through the first section of track. You see, Adam Barker can't wait much longer to make that pass on the lap traffic. Really pushing it. Mike Marshall is really pushing it, trying to stay with Barker. Just hasn't been able to through the first half of this, but he definitely runs it down hard out that kink there and then into the final turn. And there you see he drives it in so deep, gets right to the back bumper. Adam Barker's got a battle right in front of him, as Simon Zierk finally makes his move for 7th place on Dylan Steinbach. Simon could not get, oh, they almost touched coming through there. Through the chicane, and Mike Marshall is back to Adam Barker's bumper. Is Simon Zierk going to try again off the final turn here? He is. He dives it down in on the final turn. And move Simon Zierk up to 7th, and that gives Adam Barker a little bit of breathing room if he can get past him here. Simon already starting to pull away just a little bit. Now can Adam Barker pull away from Mike Marshall? Will be about 2 to go at the line. Adam Barker trying to pull away from Mike Marshall. Can he get the run off the final turn like he has so far? Oh, Simon Zierk moved over to let him by. And it timed perfectly. It worked perfectly for Adam Barker. He gets by cleaner than Mike Marshall. He gets a little bit of a gap, almost 9/10 of a second at the line. Mike Marshall still in second. Julian Ricard has caught up to this group as well. Maximilian Gunther in 4th. Giancarlo in 5th. Sorensen in 6th. Zierk in 7th. Steinbach is 8th. Dolling 9th. And Janet Gunther is 10th. Adam Barker should get the white flag this time by. He's got clear track ahead. Coming down the front straightaway, looking to see if he gets the white flag or not. Yes, white flag is in the air for Adam Barker. One more time around this 1.26 mile track. He has 1.3 seconds on Mike Marshall. Just needs to coast and play it safe from here. Driving down the back straightaway into the final turn. Out of the final turn, keeps the back end planted, comes up the front straightaway. Adam Barker is going to win the first race of the season. Mike Marshall is second. Julian Ricard finishes third. Maximilian Gunther has an amazing recovery to 4th. And Giancarlo finishes in 5th. All right, let's interview a couple of drivers. We're going to start with our 3rd place car, Julian Ricard. Hey, Julian, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Julian, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Okay, apparently not. He is new, so he may not have had warning about that. Hey, Mike, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, man. First off, one heck of a run, and you and Adam were pretty even most of that race.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know how that happened. He's normally way, way faster than me.
It looked like he was faster from the final turn to about the middle of the track, and then you started closing in, especially into that last turn. But coming down to the end, that looked like you guys were going to have quite a battle.
Well, I was smart enough and old enough to know that I couldn't take it and keep it. And I was going to be right on the edge and possibly lose all of it. So I was like, you know what? Second isn't bad.
Well, congratulations. It is definitely a great way to start the season, and you're obviously extremely fast. It will make for an interesting season for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Adam Barker, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you very much.
I have to say, after the way your last season went, to have a race that went, for the most part, incident-free for you and turning out to get a win the first race of the season, that's got to be just a huge relief.
Yeah, it's nice to carry on the good luck from the end of last season.
Did you find whatever was in your car that was giving you bad luck and throw it in Giancarlo's about mid-race?
I think so. Yeah, it was a shame that he got hit. I'm not sure I would have caught him. I seem to have the one lap pace on him, but the consistency just wasn't there. And then, unfortunately, he got hit by a back marker, which is not how I want to win the race, but I'll take it anyway.
Obviously not, but I have to ask, man, you and Mike Marshall had quite a battle going on. He said he knew he could take it. He didn't. He knew he also could not hold it. But you guys had a back-and-forth battle. You were faster from the final turn through about half the track, and then that second half of the track, he just started gaining on you like crazy.
Yeah, I think it's just that commitment through those corners, and he just had something on the last corner. He just had something else that I just couldn't get the traction down as well as he could.
Well, regardless, man, you managed to pull off the first win of the season. It looks like hopefully your bad luck is gone, and we might see you contending for the title this season.
Hopefully, yeah, that's the aim. But yeah, thank you very much. It was a good race. Knockhill is an awesome track as well.
Well, congratulations, man. Great start to the season, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, that will do it for today, or for this morning, rather. Don't forget to tune in about 7:30 Eastern tonight. We will have the BRR Cup Series and more racing to come throughout the week. Obviously, with the holiday week, there's a bit of changes to the schedule. Make sure you're following us on Facebook. But after the holidays, the first week of January, holy cow, we're going to have a lot of new broadcasts and a lot of cool, exciting stuff coming soon. So you're not going to want to miss any of that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed that awesome race as much as we did. And yeah, have a great day.